What is up, freaks and geeks? Welcome back to another episode of the OCD Dex Challenge. Last time in FireRed, we were this close to finishing, but it took a really long time. So we're back with a short stream today. We're going to do a couple things. Let's take a look at the party here. It would help if I had the right windows open on my computer, sorry. Let's take a look at the party here. We've got Charizard, Lapras, and Raichu. Those are all for utility. Charizard can fly, Lapras can surf, and Raichu can dig. We are training in Cerulean Cave, so that dig just kind of saves us a little bit of time, and we can fly back to the Pokemon Center. And Charizard's having really good luck with our training here, so I just have him in the lead. We need to surf to get to the cave. Anyway, we have 3 Pokemon left that we need to evolve in FireRed. There are technically 4 more, but we don't have them yet, and I'll explain that. Basically, Charmander needs to evolve into our 3rd Charizard, which will be Charizard Y for our Mega Evolutions. The 2nd Charmander down here needs to be a Charmeleon for our Living Dex, and Smoochum needs to evolve into a Jinx, and that'll be at level 30. The other 4 is what we're going to be doing after we level up these 3 Pokemon. We're going to start a new game of Leaf Green. We're going to get a Squirtle, and we're going to get to the point where we can trade. We're going to catch a Pidgey or a Rattata, something, so we have something else in our party. And then we're going to trade that Squirtle over to FireRed. I've said it before, and I'm just making sure bases are covered and everyone knows what's going on. I only have 1 capture card for the DS with the Game Boy slot. Old DS. And anyway, I can't trade with myself on screen. So basically what I'm going to do, and I'm going to have to go to a friend's house, trade my Pokemon over, and then start from there. So what we've decided to do is start Leaf Green, get a Squirtle, go over there, trade it, and then tomorrow we're going to do a bonus stream, and we're going to have the Squirtle in FireRed. We're going to breed it and get our Squirtle, Wartortle, and 2 Blastoids, and all 4 of those will have our FireRed IDs. And then while I'm over there trading Pokemon, we're going to start a new game of Leaf Green and get to the point where you can trade Pokemon again. And I'm going to breed some Pokemon in FireRed for our Leaf Green Poison Team Challenge. So basically, FireRed or Leaf Green Poison playthrough will start on Tuesday. You'll miss the little bit of the beginning where we'll already have our Pokedex, we'll already have our Pokeballs, and we'll have a full team of 6. But they'll all be like level 5, level 6. They'll be low leveled. I figured that can kind of speed up the playthrough and save a little bit of time of transferring back and forth since I have to physically go do that. And this is actually the only games that I'm going to have to do that on. Everything else I can do on my 3DSs and trade with myself. So just to save some time so we don't have to keep putting streams off, I'm just going to kind of start ahead. And we'll have the full team. Just again, we're only catching 20 Pokemon in Leaf Green, so we're not going to go for a full-on Nuzlocke challenge or anything like that. We're going to try to get through the game pretty quick. I think we can finish the game in about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, since we only stream 3 days a week, and then we can start Crystal. We are going to do Crystal because Virtual Console Crystal is the only way to get a shiny Celebi, and I really love Crystal. It's a really fun game. The only downside is my capture card on the 3DS has this weird filter on it, but it kind of makes it feel like, you know, a Game Boy. So that might look a little weird at first, but we'll get used to it and we'll play through the game. And then when we're in Johto, I'm actually going to do a Let's Play series that'll just be straight to YouTube, and that's going to be a Cute Charm game. Me and Kitten Hawk are going to be doing a Cute Charm versus. There will be more details on that. We're going to do some kind of race. We're working out the details and we're working out the layouts. So that'll be a straight to YouTube series that'll go up as well as the stream archive. That'll be a Let's Play, and then once we finish the race, then I'll keep working on the Cute Charm game. Whether or not those shinies count towards the collection is up to you guys, but I do want to play a Cute Charm game because it looks really fun. And yeah, so that's basically that. We've got to evolve these 3 Pokemon. We're going to do a game of, we're going to start Leaf Green and get a Squirtle, and then I'm going to get over to my friend's house before it gets too late and do some trading, and then we will be back tomorrow. So today's going to be a pretty laid back short stream, so let's go ahead and just get into it. We've got to evolve 3 Pokemon and start a new game. So again, I'm not going to intro the YouTube series here because we are montaging through a lot of the training as far as my pre-recorded stuff goes. That's why I'm wearing my Dungeons and Dragons shirts again. So we're just going to go ahead and run back into the cave. Our Charmander is holding the XP share, so we are ready to go, and we got Raichu out, so we can dig out of the cave instead of running back every single time. And the main reason I want to do the trading at the beginning of Leaf Green is, one, we are trying to get through it relatively quick, you know, without full-on speed running it. And two, a lot of the Pokemon that I want in the team, you don't get until late game, and I really don't want to run a game with like 2-3 Pokemon if I can't help it. So we're going to get the team set up at the beginning of the game, and they'll be lower level. They'll be starter level, basically. And I think that's what I'm going to do for all my secondary playthroughs, is just get the team on the game and set up, and we'll start from there. Alright, so we got ourselves a Machoke. We just hit Fly. Flamethrower will take care of it, which I guess we're going to hit on accident because I said it. Fly and Flamethrower will typically knock it out in one hit, but I want to keep Flamethrowers for the rest of the wild Pokemon because I only have 15 shots with that. Like the Golbats and the, not the Alakazams, that'd be cool to find Alakazams. Kadabras, we just use Cut On, Golbat, Parasect. We want to say our Flamethrowers for Pokemon like that. Charmander wants to learn Metal Claw. Let's go ahead and get rid of Growl. Get you something useful. Hey, Mallory. It says, hello all. What's the goal for today? All right, so the goal is we're going to evolve 3 more Pokemon. We've got our second Mega Charizard in the works. We need a Charmeleon for the Living Dex. We're going to evolve a Smoochum into Jinx. And then from there, we're gonna switch over to Leaf Green. Start a new game with a Squirtle. And then off screen, I'm going to take my games over to friends, and we're going to trade because I only have one TS with the Game Boy slot. So I'm going to get my Squirtle into my FireRed game to breed on Tuesday, and then start a new game for our Poison playthrough on Tuesday, which will be our playthrough that we'll be using to catch the other 18 to 20 Pokemon that we need. And then Kanto is done. So should be finishing Kanto, but definitely Kanto will be done, minus our yellow playthrough for our third Mewtwo by the end of the month. Sweet, first game is so close to being done. Yeah, we will definitely finish FireRed, well, technically tomorrow because we're trading Squirtle over. But everything minus trades, I will be finishing today. And actually, never mind. I was gonna say I was gonna do like my Alakazam and my Golem and stuff like that and trade to get those evolved, but I want to save that for my newer games so you guys can actually see them evolve. I want to try to get as much as I can on screen. Charmander's evolving. Charmander evolved into Charmeleon, and this will keep the XP share on him, and we're actually going to get this guy to be our Mega Charizard Y. Alright, so we need to lead with Cut because we have leveled up a couple times, and a Dragon Claw will actually kill a Ditto now. So we want those Dittos to transform so we get the Charizard XP. So if we one-shot the Ditto, we're only getting 200 as opposed to 800. We're halfway there. Looking pretty good. And that's the thing about this in-game bit here, is it's not very hard, it's just kind of grindy. So that gives us a chance to hang out, talk Pokemon, talk games in general, movies, whatever you guys want to talk about. Because like I said, my grinds in this last bit and the egg hatching parts will get montaged through for YouTube, so the montages are a really good chance for us to all just kind of to hang out. Yeah, Magneton. We're just gonna kick click flamethrower again because steel type. But we are at 167 out of 210 for Kanto. That's pretty exciting. We're going to get 3 more Pokemon before we leave FireRed for the day, which will put us at 170, which leaves us with 40 Pokemon. And 4 of those will be the Squirtle line. And try to line Smokescreen. We don't want to line Smokescreen. 4 of those will be the Charizard line, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those will be the Bulbasaur line. Because we got Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, 2 Venusaur variants, and then Mega Venusaur. So 10 out of the 40 Pokemon left will be starters. Wobbuffet's got a Shadow Tag. Let's go for Dragon Claw. And then Flamethrower should kill it from there. Oh, pretty close. Alright, he's setting up a Destiny Bond, so we can't kill it this turn. We're gonna have to wait. We could cheese. Well, it'd be the same amount of XP, so. Let's go ahead and switch Raichu. Shadow Tag, prevent switching, that's right. Bags, we're gonna have to use an item, because if we attack it with Destiny Bond up, we will die. Super Potion. Won't have any effect. It won't let us just burn an item either. Oh, great. Oh, hang on. We can fly. Because it's going to use a different move. Has to be the same turn for Destiny Bond. I was thinking way too hard about that. But in the newer games, god dang it, another Wobbuffet. In the newer games, you can use items even if they won't work to waste a turn. Malwraith, alright, so talking team builds. If you were building a team for competitive, which Pokemon would you go for? Are we going for a full 6 Pokemon team, or are we doing like doubles, or what's the build setup? Counter, that hits pretty hard. Full 6. Okay. Okay, perfect. We knocked that guy out. Let's see. Full 6 singles. Okay. And then standard rules, no mythicals. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that hurts a lot, actually. Go for cut and finish that off. Let's grab some heals real quick. Hang on 1 second while I get this fixed back up. Let's see. when I think in competitive builds, I think of one of two things, which are two completely different play styles. It's either like a stall wall or speed, like outspeed them, get in, get out. So I think something like Toxapex would be on my team for sure. Its stats aren't the greatest in the world, but it can tank a lot of stuff. Let's see. We want to try to run away from Electrode because it explodes like that. Ugh, don't kill me. Anyway, Baneful Bunker is basically protect, but if they use a physical move, they're poisoned. Toxic and Scald get really annoying because Scald has a chance to burn. Toxic does poison damage more and more over time. And then typically Recover because, yeah, cheese with the stall wall. You just poison them, you protect yourself, and you get health back, and you cheese them real hard. That'd be one. Let's see. All the ones I'm thinking of are from, like, a lot of them are from Gen 7, and I don't want a full Gen 7 team. But Kamo-O would be really good. He's a dragon and fighting type, which I just really like that type matchup. And use something like Power Up Punch. And like Clinging Scales. He gets a big stat boost. Again, on Gen 7, Mimikyu is really fun. You set up swords, you've got Play Rough, Shadow Sneak for priority, and then a fourth move that you can kind of really do whatever you want with. Let's see, we gotta fight this stupid thing. We're running out of flamethrowers fast. Blastoise, I think, is actually still pretty good and competitive, especially if you go Mega Blastoids. As ugly as the Mega Blastoids is, its stats are still pretty good. Oh my god, that Mirror Coat. Yes, we're going to use next Pokemon. Because you can just cheese with Dragon Tail on the Blastoids. Set up Rain Dance for other Pokemon. Let's see, we're going to go Ice Beam. Or I would go Mega Charizard Y. I believe it's Y. Y's the one that... Oh no. I hate Mirror Coat. Jeez. Down to 1 health. That's ridiculous. Its ability is Drought, and you can just turn one Solar Beam. Let's see. I'm trying to think of some other generations of Pokemon that I would personally think to use. I do like the dinosaurs. They are not that good competitively. I just like them. I've actually always wanted to try Golurk, because he's Ghost and Ground. We're going to dig our way out of here so we can heal up. He's Ghost and Ground, and his hidden ability powers up punching moves, and in Gen 5 when he's released, you can he can learn Ice Punch, which is some really good coverage for dragons. Fly. Come on. Let's see. I think that's 4. Typically, when I'm building a competitive team or a team that I'm taking more seriously, I sit there and plan it out because, like, I want the type coverage. One, to be able to have something on each type, and 2, I don't want a huge weakness against everything. Like my dinosaur team that I'm going to do in Y, it's going to be really fun, but it's going to be really scary when we're put up against ground types and rock types, and grass types, because they're all rock something. Dino Power, that is correct, Darth Breaker. I'm so excited for that playthrough. I know it's going to be really hard, but it's going to be really fun. I would want some kind of, obviously, I haven't said a water Pokemon yet. I think, I said Blastoids, but I wasn't sure which one we're going with. Electric. It wouldn't get stabbed, but something that I've seen somewhat recently is a Porygon 2 build, which is super cheesy. It wasn't very recent. It was a couple months ago. A-Drive was doing some competitive stuff, and his opponent brought a obnoxiously fast Porygon 2 with this crazy setup. I don't remember his move pool at all, which doesn't help, but I'll find the video and I'll link it. But basically, I don't really go for the meta, is what it comes down to. I just kind of go for the cheese or go for what sounds fun. Oh, that is R. That is not a pause. I didn't want to pause anyway. I just kind of leaned on it. But the only quote-unquote competitive kind of stuff that I've done is just some friendly draft league stuff, so. What would you bring? Because I know there's a lot more good Pokemon out there than just a couple ones that I listed. And ironically, I said I wouldn't do meta, and I know Mega Charizard with Drought is pretty meta as far as competitive goes. But it's just fun, too. Okay, as long as we're not getting poisoned, that's good. Dark Victor says water toxic. Yeah, I was saying at the very beginning of that the Toxapex wall that me and you would run on doubles was always really fun. The Baneful Bunker, Recovery, Toxic and Scald. At first I had Venoshock instead of Scald because it did more damage if the opponent was poisoned, and that was the whole point, is to poison them. But then I changed to Scald just for coverage and stab. And then you also have the chance to burn them with that, so that was fun. Oh, did not want to cut. Okay, he's going to do it back, that's fine. We'll just do it again. Oh no, it's going to hold on with one. Alright, he's going to fly, so we're just going to cheese and fly back. But it failed. So the good thing about the Crystal playthrough, sorry, I just kind of started thinking we should work on a baton pass team. That'd be fun. But the good thing about Crystal is you can catch almost every single Johto Pokemon in Crystal. There's a couple we'll need to trade. But since it's Virtual Console, I can trade with myself from Virtual Console Gold or Silver. And then just breed within Crystal. So it's all in that trainer's ID number. Just for simplicity. So I think Gen 2 is the only one that we're not going to have to play multiple games for. $475. Should be leveling up again pretty soon. Yeah, 415, and he's at 26. We got 10 levels left on him. And that's why we're doing Charizard first, because Jinx is 30, and then Charmeleon 16. So we're gonna do it longest to shortest. Mallory says I'd probably aim more a dragon fighting build. Mind you, I don't research this stuff, so I don't know meta. I'm just thinking dragon due to the very few weaknesses and the fighting to counter the ice. That's pretty good idea. The only thing you want to watch out is for fairy type. Fairy is the new type in Gen 6. It should start in Gen 6. And that is... delete move for Scareface. No, we don't want to delete. We want to stop learning Scareface. It's pretty strong against dragons. Because like Mimikyu is Ghost Fairy. And if it can set up a Swords Dance and a Play Rough, your team is wrecked. But you could have, yeah, there hasn't been much love for fighting in a while. Not really. Ironically, he said dragon fighting, and the only thing I could think for fighting really was Koma-O. Trying to learn fire spin. Let's see. It does 15 damage, but it does damage over time. No, we're good. Why do you learn fire spin that late? That's weird. Blaziken's still good firefighting. Embor could have been really good, but he's way too slow. That's actually really cool. Emote art. Those the Pokken ones? Goes for cross chop. We're in the air, it's fine. Yeah, after this FireRed playthrough, I would definitely take a Poison and Confusion based team, like a stall based team. Because we've gotten confused and killed ourselves so many times, and we've gotten poisoned and died to poison. That I just want the validation of doing it to other players. We want to get away from this electrode if we can't help it. Can't escape. Why can't we escape? Mirror coat. That's fine. I didn't do anything. Go away. Does explosion hit you from the air? Like if we flew, would that hit us? Hey, we lived. Charmeleon's level 28. We're getting closer. We're gonna burn some more super potions. Get you one more. Okay, now it says, alright, favorite 6 Pokemon, screw stats, moves, meta. If you had a team in real life, who'd you pick? Okay, so just based off design, stuff like that. Let's see. I would have a Mimikyu. And Decidueye is really cool, but I would actually have a Rowlet at base form because it's adorable. It's an owl with a bow tie. Come on. Let's see. I know those two for sure because those are like 2 of my favorite Pokemon. Probably a Tyrantrum because it's a freaking dinosaur. So it's 3. I almost want to say Snorlax because he is one of my favorite Pokemon, but at the same time, he's huge. Where would he go? And he would just sleep all the time. And I already do that. We don't need 2 of those. Let's see. Cut. We need to keep this thing alive. Go for Dragon Claw, knock you out. So I've got Mimikyu, Rowlet, and Tyrantrum. Brick says Blaziken, Metagross, Blastoise, Charizard, Dragonite, Zapdos. Oh, a Dragonite would be adorable. I'll take a Dragonite. It's a giant Excalibur. Oh, maybe like a Growlithe, a little fire pup would be adorable. So it's Growlithe. That's Dragonite, Mimikyu, Rowlet. Hang on, I keep getting distracted. Tyrantrum, so that's 5. I've got a T-Rex, I've got a little ghost that thinks it's a Pikachu, a little owl and a bow tie, Excalibur as a dragon, and a fire dog. I need one more. Cross chop, get away from that. Just trying to think of like cool designs that I like. Yeah, honestly I would go with Pokemon number 1. I'd take a little Bulbasaur. So 2 of the grass starters. Now it says Umbreon, Fennekin, Arcanine, Alolan Ninetales, Litten, and Rowlet. That's pretty adorable. Oh no, I forgot about... Oh, Charizard died too. That was good timing. Fennekin's adorable. Alolan Ninetales is really awesome. Litten's a little fire cat. I might trade Litten for Growlithe. Use next Pokemon. Yes, we will use next Pokemon. It's hard, because you think of some and then you remember other ones, and you're like, no, I want that one. I want them all to be real, and I was going to do this obnoxious quest in real life. I mean, if people paid you to, if you beat them in Pokemon battles, in real life, if there were Pokemon, and as much as they do in the games, that'd be a pretty easy job. Oh, that's right, Charizard's down. Alright, so let's go for Psychic. I don't think Psychic will kill it. And then we'll let it transform into Lapras. And we'll go to Raichu. I like my quadrupeds, and Rowlet is just super cool. Rowlet's adorable. I love him. If I could have one in real life, that would be great. Charmeleon, go to level 30. Let's put Raichu in the front. She is weak, but she's fast. So let's give her a potion. She's a glass cannon, basically. Let's get her healed up. Should be good. Stupid Wobbuffets. They're only 5% and they just wreck us every time. We're gonna go hide. It does next to nothing. Thunderbolts. Destiny Bond, so if we kill it this turn, we're dying. Malreth says actually the conversion from Poké Dollars to real currency ends up being a little more similar to yen in Japan, so 100 yen's about $1. So you get 2,000 Poké Dollars, that's equivalent to 20 bucks. Yeah, I figured it was based off of yen. But still, 20 bucks. So I want to fight. Okay, we can't kill it this turn, that sucks. But we can paralyze it. But he's protected by Safeguard. Oh, and then he's going to try to do Destiny Bond again. I mean, 20 bucks for, like, how long does a battle take? 10, 15 minutes? Like an actual trainer battle? That's 80 bucks an hour. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we can't hit it again because it's got Destiny Bond up. So we're gonna use Dig and hope it doesn't use Destiny Bond again. Provided you don't lose. True. But still, I feel like as a decent trainer, you can make like 100 bucks a day. Which isn't the most amazing thing ever, but it's decent money. Does anyone miss Pokemon contests? Yes and no. Like, they were cool, but I didn't go out of my way to do them. Oh no, we killed it. from Ruby and Sapphire. Yeah, I think they kind of remastered them, quote unquote, for Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Like they added more to it. They were really fun in Ruby and Sapphire. I think in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire they kind of tried to make it. They tried too hard to make it cool instead of just letting it be its own little mini game. And then also as the collector type trainer that I am, you had to do contests for Milotic, because the only way to evolve it into Milotic was having max beauty. $31. 5 more levels. Almost there. I think after this fight we're gonna go heal up, because I think Charizard is the better one to have. Yeah. Beautiful rock face fish. Like my beautiful ugly fish. It's so ugly it's pretty. Alright, not bag. Pokemon. We're going to dig. Yes. And then we're going to fly across the street. Actually, I'm going to put you back in front so we don't have to worry about that. And we're going to fly right where we are so we can heal. Because I would love for you to heal my Pokemon. But since we're talking about Pokemon teams and stuff like that, and we were actually just talking about Omega Ruby Sapphire, I'm gonna have to play that game like 5 times. So what kind of teams should I be bringing for that? Like the first playthrough will just be the team that I kind of find as I go, just kind of collect and go like I did for FireRed. But for my secondary playthroughs and stuff like that, I want to do like team challenges and stuff. So I'm gonna have to play it like 4 more times. So I need ideas for that. Because Latios, Groudon, and Kyogre, all 4 of those are version exclusives, and they all have Mega Evolutions, so I have to play each game twice. And then I need 5 Deoxys for all 4 forms, and then for its regular form, for its living dex, basically. And then, yeah, so I'm gonna have to play it 5 times, which is obnoxious. Choke. And then once we get the next Pokemon evolved, we're gonna put this Charizard in the box and we'll get Primeape out so we can Rock Smash and get down to the bottom floor, because then we get to like level 60 something Pokemon. Higher XP. Although this has been doing the job pretty well. And we only have to get to level 16 and level 30. So we may not need to. So basically any Gen 1 through 3 Pokemon team that you think would be cool, either like a themed build or like a type challenge, or just Pokemon that you don't see used very often. 32, 4 levels to go. But for revenge, there's nothing that happens. Alright, so we have to hit cut so we don't kill it. Seeing an evolution team would be awesome. A lot of type coverage plus adorable. That's true. Because I can get an Eevee in those games and then breed it. And then would I evolve them all, like kind of like I did at the end here, evolve them all at level 5 and then use TMs and stuff. Go for cut. Alright, and we get a crit and one-shot it. That's nice. Yes, okay. So that's one of them knocked out. That'd be fun. Because I can trade them over and just start with 6 EVs. Alright, so there's Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon, Umbreon, Espeon. That's 5. And then Eevee. Because Leafeon was Gen 5? Was Leafeon Gen 4 or Gen 5? Because I know Sylveon was Gen 6, so I can't use her. Well, technically I could use a Sylveon in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire because it came out in Gen 6. 3 levels to go. Leafeon and Glaceon were 4, I think. That sounds right because there were a lot of new evolutions in Gen 4. Ooh, wow, that hurt a lot. Alright, we're gonna have to burn the last of our potions here. Next time we leave the cave, we're gonna have to buy more. We're so dang close, though. This is the original 3. Vaporeon, Flareon, Jolteon, Espeon, Umbreon, Leafeon, Glaceon, and Sylveon. So there's 8. So which 6 should we go for? We're going to go for cuts on Kadabra. He's just going to copy my ability, which isn't really going to do him any good. I'd say fit the gen and have the 6 be Eevee. Okay, so I have an Eevee, a Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Umbreon, Espeon. That'd be pretty fun. So that's 1. I still have 3 playthroughs to go. 34, 2 to go. And Charizard's going to level up our next fight, most likely. Well, hi, Nova. Alright, Charizard's up to 65. Charmeleon is at 34. Charmeleon is at 34. It's got 27, 17 to get to level 35. So 5 to 6 fights will get him up to 35, and then one more level. How about a Team Rocket build? I have to look up the Team Jesse and James for that gen. That'd actually be pretty fun. I don't remember what they had in Ruby Sapphire. I wasn't really watching the anime at that time. I watched the anime for the first 2 gens, and then I hadn't watched the anime for a really long time, actually, until Sun and Moon. I actually think I only watched Gen 1, 2, and 7 as far as the anime goes. Like, I would watch an episode if it was on, but I wouldn't go out of my way to watch the show. I do know there was a Cacnea on the team because of all the memes. I think Wobbuffet was still around. And Wobbuffet definitely proves to be obnoxious if you build it right. I mean, look, we can't leave the battle. Oh no. Guess we'll just have to cut your face off. Joker style, eh? Alright, we got Ditto, which we need to make sure we don't murder. Go for cut. Transform. $35. Alright, we are almost there. I need to check our bag. I think we had 1 rare candy left. If we're lucky. Oops. We do. We're gonna cheat. That's not cheating, it's in the game. We're gonna grind a little bit less. Rare candy was used on Charmeleon. Charmeleon was elevated to level 36. What? Charmeleon's evolving. What a surprise! Just for the sake of getting through here. It's 1 less level we have to grind. Congratulations, your Charmeleon evolved into Charizard! Charizard's trying to learn Wing Attack. Yes, we want to learn Wing Attack. Let's get rid of Cut. HMs can't be forgotten, but I didn't teach it. He was born with it. Alright, we'll get rid of Metal Claw. So let's get rid of this item, take. And that's actually going to make our count go up to 168. And our little Pokemon stays the same. Smoochum is now going to be given the XP share. And we gotta get her to level 30. It's just gonna be a lot easier than level 36. It's really not even that hard, it's just time consuming. It gets grindy. The good thing is she's only at level 5. So this first couple battles will be a lot of XP. There's 3 levels out of the way. $8.21. I guess. Oh, we learned Sweet Kiss. Level 20. Level 11. I don't know why I said level 20. It was level 10. Half of that. So we're level 11. We started off at 5. We've already gained 6 of our 25 levels. Number 7. The good thing is it is a baby Pokemon, so it's a little easier to level up. Base form Pokemon gain more XP, or require less XP to level up, I should say. Powder Snow. Alright, we're almost halfway there. If we keep running into Dittos, this is going to be fantastic. Oh no! That's okay. The whole point is we don't want to kill it, so I guess that works. Oh, he's gonna fly, so we're gonna have to fly too. So we're not taking any unnecessary damage. Level 15. Alright, 10 out of the 25 levels out of the way. Choke, we just hit fly. As long as we don't miss, good. We just continue to fly. Want to hold on to those flamethrowers as long as we can. I'm glad we don't have like Fire Blast or Overheat, which is only 5 moves. They're very good moves, but not when you're grinding. There we go. Level 17. 13 left. Left. Just keep spamming fly. We are getting pretty low on flies. Got a cadabra, which we can just use cut on. So use future sight, but there's not going to be enough time for that. We're just going to hit cut again and get out of here. Looks like we're running low on cuts too. We're running out of moves. Level 19. Oh, what with that? Just go for the flamethrower, which we know will do the most damage. We're running low on moves and we're running low on health. It's gonna go for Mirror Coat, and Charizard is gone. Sorry, buddy. Yes, we want to use next Pokemon. We're gonna go for Raichu, because we can outspeed for sure. Try and knock it out with a Thunderbolt. Should be enough. Almost. Oh my goodness. It's going to go for Destiny Bond. So we can't kill it this turn. We're going to have to go for Thunder Wave so we don't hit it. It's going to go for Mirror Coat, but I didn't do any damage to it. Go for Quick Attack, so we go first. Go ahead and put Raichu in the front. I guess we should go ahead and get out of here and get back. Yes, we want to escape. If we're lucky, this will be the last time we have to do this. Kasmuchin's at level 19. Showing he's 11 levels to level up. And then Charmander and a Charmeleon, I think only took like 3-4 fights. Maybe not that low, but not that many. I know we got Charmeleon pretty quick. Nope, we're good. We're actually going to put our new Charizard up. It's our trade box. It's our trade evolutions. And we want to get Primeape. I want to get Primeape out. Just so we have Rock Smash. Primeape actually didn't know Rock Smash, did she? That was Marowak. We got Marowak because it had False Swipe, and we taught it Rock Smash. That's right. There we go. Okay. Alright, let's get out of here. And because we did just grind a bunch, and we don't want to repeat that, let's hit save. Always plug everything in and always save intermittently. It's been about an hour, so I'm saving. Alright, we should definitely be getting finished with these two Pokemon in the next 15 or so minutes. Then we start we do leaf green, we get ourselves a Squirtle, and we are done with Pokemans for today. Because I'm going to have to do some stuff off screen to get set up. Darth Bricks and Mal. Once I get off of Pokemon, I gotta go up to my store real quick. And then I will be back on for some games. We can Rocket Soccer, we can all do some Overwatch, whatever you want to do. If y'all want to stream some more, we can. But I do have to break in between. And when we're back, I'll tell you why. It's exciting. Alright, so we just hit Flamethrower. Mal says, Meowth, Wobbuffet, Cacnea, Chimecho, Seviper, Dustox. That is a Team Rocket for Pokemon Advanced. Okay. It's actually not terrible. Smoochum's at level 20. Chimecho doesn't evolve. Seviper doesn't evolve. Seviper's a decent Pokemon, actually, in Gen 3. I'm saving that because that took way too long to find. Good. Throw it in the Discord, so I have it too. Alright, like I was saying, once we get the poison team set up, we're just going to kind of blow through Leaf Green. We do actually have to beat the game, though, because we need to get Mewtwo. Smoochum wants to learn Confusion. Yes, I would love for you to use a useful move. Causes Confusion, Powder Snow, may paralyze, Pound. It does 50. Let's get rid of Pound. Oh, we brought this for a reason. Let's smash some rocks. I want to get to these items that we don't have that keep teasing us. Hit that cut. I love to use Rock Smash. Oh, there's a wild Pokemon. It's a Geodude. Level 42 Geodude. Okay. We're still running away from you, though. Smash that rock. What do we got? Found a full restore. Nice. Alright, another Kadabra. I'll just use Cut. Save her more powerful moves. Use Flamethrower. We'll probably get Charizard to 66. There we go. Smoochum's level 22. Almost there. Started with 25 levels to go. Now we're down to 8, so. And then Charmander to Charmeleon, we only need 11. It's gonna set up Future Sight, which it's not gonna have time to use. fly out of here. Mama said knock you out. 23. Seems like every 2-3 fights we get a level up on Smoochum. I seriously cannot wait until we get to the games where XP share works on the full party. Because the way XP share used to work, like the way it's working right now, is it takes the XP that you get from the battle and splits it in half. The way the XP share works later is takes the full XP, gives it to the Pokemon that fought, and then gives like 2/3, I think, to everything else in the party. Something like that. Like a decent chunk, but everyone gets the same amount in the party. And the one that actually battled gets a little bit more. I don't know the actual math. Just save some time, basically. I think this next battle should level up our Smoochum again. Oh, Wobbuffet. I don't like you. As long as you don't mirror coat. Counter. Failed. Perfect. Flamethrower again. Get out of here. Malwraith says, I kind of feel like the later XP share made the grinding less grindy, which doesn't sound like a bad thing, but I think kind of enjoyed the challenge, having to actually train my team rather than letting my beef boy kill everything, and the entire rest of my team doesn't have to do anything. I do agree with that. Like, I actually really like the way that this works as far as a playthrough goes, but then for a catch-em-all like we're trying to do, when we're trying to, you know, hang out and catch everything, the new one is very... It's convenient, I should say. For like Pokemon that we're not going to be using in battle, we just need to level up to have them in the decks. That's why I like the new one. But as far as like my actual team, I would probably keep it off, to be honest. Like I would just train my team individually. Because then you would just have like your 1 or 2 mains, and the rest is like type coverage that you use every once in a while, and they just conveniently level up with your party. But I'm just kind of thinking more in the sense of the way that I'm playing the games. Hi, Nova. When we're just at the end game and literally all we have left is to evolve some Pokemon that we aren't really going to use, it'd be really nice to have. Level 25. Trying to learn Sing. No. Oops. That's A, not B. Stop learning Sing? No, I don't want to learn Sing. Delete a move. No. Stop learning. Yes. I hate the way that's set up. But as far as my actual gameplay goes, I usually turn off the XP share, to be honest. Because for that reason alone, like you have your 1 or 2 mains, and then the rest of your party's just kind of there for coverage. And they're conveniently the same level always. And it just gets too easy. Like Sun and Moon, compared to the older games, was already pretty easy. Like, basically, they traded story for difficulty. There was more story to the game than the original games, but they weren't as hard. There needs to be somewhere in between. Flamethrower. Don't mirror coat. That's all I ask. Counter and failed. That's cool. Do it. Do it! we're running out of flamethrowers here. We need to get this thing evolved. Level up, question mark? We're getting close, I can feel it. $22 XP. You're stupid close. Mallory says, what do you think about Pokemon HY, Pika Eevee? I think Let's Go is what you're trying to say. I don't know what HY is, I'm sorry. Changing up the EXP system where you don't battle wild Pokemon anymore. I do and I don't like it. I understand that it's its own game and it's not a mainline game. It's a spin-off. It's basically Pokemon Go the game. And so knowing that, I'm okay with it. Basically, there are no wild Pokemon battles. You just try to catch the Pokemon. And you do trainer battles. And then everything gets XP for things that you do. Like you catch a Pokemon, your team gets XP. You defeat a trainer, your team gets XP. Like, if it was a mainline game, I wouldn't like that. But because it's a spin-off, and they've said that it's a spin-off, and it's basically trying to bring Pokemon Go players into the RPGs. And then bring in younger kids. This is supposed to basically be the little soft reboot for Pokemon. It's going to be how they bring in new players. It's how they get people to get a Switch for Pokemon Gen 8. And because it's not the new game and it's not Gen 8, I'm okay with it because I feel like they wouldn't do that excuse me, I just completely train of thought just disappeared. I feel like they wouldn't do that to their mainline games. Like they have that set up a certain way and it's been working and it's very JRPG. There's no reason to get rid of the XP system. Instead of getting XP from catching wild Pokemon similar to Pokemon Go. Oh yeah, let's go, not Hey You. Oops, no, it's all good, dude. Hey You Pikachu was the one with the microphone. Which we should totally do a Let's Play of. That would be fun. Alright, so we're out of flamethrowers. That sucks. And we're at level 27. We're so close. Let's just hit fly. Giga Drain. I'm in the air. Doesn't matter. Critical hit. Super effective. He's extra dead. Do we have any ethers or anything? Elixir fully restores the PP of all moves. That's not quite what I need. All moves for one Pokemon by 10 each. Fully restores selected PP for one selected move. Okay, let's do that. Because we are almost done. He's at full health. There's no reason to leave the cave. We're at the end of the game. Magnus time. It's a good thing we got our flamethrowers back. And it's a good thing we got our flamethrowers back for Parasect as well. 3 levels to go. I'm thinking this next battle should get us to level 28. We're gonna fly, because we want to keep those flamethrowers for one-shots. It'll one-shot the Mochoke too, but we don't use fly that often. So I'm going to preserve our move pool. There we go, level 28. 2 to go. But all the things I was saying about Let's Go, I actually am really excited for Let's Go. It looks really fun. It looks like it's going to be very nostalgic. And like I said, it's basically Pokemon Go the game. Which isn't to say Pokemon Go is not a game, but it's an actual tangible game now, not a mobile game. There's a story to it. There's a definitive beginning, middle, end. But with Pokemon Go mechanics. And I'm interested that you can transfer Pokemon from Let's Go or Go into Let's Go. Basically, that takes over the Safari Zone, is my understanding. It's the Go Park. And then what I'm looking forward to the most is actually not even really part of the game, quote unquote. There will be a gift Pokemon which you can send. I believe it's you send from Pokemon Let's Go into Go, and it's the only Pokemon that you can send into Go, because my understanding is it goes from the phone to the Switch and it can't come back, and that's it. You can't go from the Switch to the phone, but there will be a gift that you send from the Switch to the phone, which will be a brand new Pokemon that we've never seen before, which is what I'm hoping is going to be their tease for Gen 8. So I don't know if it's going to be a starter, I don't know if it's going to be a legendary, or if it'll be a mythical, which would kind of make sense because all the mythicals you can't catch in the game. It's through an event of some kind, so it makes sense for it to be like, oh, you have to have both of these games and you have to get it within the certain time limit kind of thing. Like, it's probably going to be the first couple months that you can get that Pokemon. Level 29, we're almost there. So that'll be pretty cool. And then Gen 8 is supposed to come out holiday of next year. So we get Let's Go, we get Smash, we got a lot of good Switch games to wrap up this year, and then next year we're getting Gen 8. And I'm hoping that if we bust our butts on this challenge here, we can get everything outside of Shinies done before Gen 8. So like when we're coming up on the Gen 8 release, we should just be Shiny hunting. Because I know this is going to take a while. Like, it's taken like a little over a month, and we've missed some days, and we've had some shorter days, and we've played other games and stuff. Granted, I only play like 9 hours a week on stream. So, that being said, it took a little bit over a month for us to finish Gen 1, or for the first game in Gen 1. I'm thinking about a week and a half to 2 weeks for Leaf Green, so basically a full gen in 2 months. So if we keep at that speed, then we'll finish in a little over a year. Although I feel like some of the other gens won't take as long. Like Sun and Moon and X and Y, there weren't a whole lot of new Pokemon. So some of the gens with not that many Pokemon won't take as long. And if I start streaming longer or more often, it won't take as long. But basically, by the time we get to the release of Gen 8, everything minus Shiny should be done. And I'm going to do a playthrough of Yellow right before Let's Go comes out. Just kind of like a little nostalgia bit, since it is a remaster of Yellow, and they've said so. And then I'll probably do a Let's Play of... Yay, there we go, level 30. Probably do a Let's Play of Let's Go. I don't know if I'm going to stream it or not. But Smoochum is evolving. That gets us up to 169. Our latest capture is going to be Jinx. Wherever she might be, there she is. Latest capture is going to be Jinx. But as I was saying, I'm not sure if I'm going to stream it or not, but I think I probably will. I ultimately will end up streaming it and recording it for the Let's Play. So we'll see how it goes when it gets here. Alright, we are on our last one. XP share is going to be given to Charmander here. We didn't buy heals, so Charizard's looking pretty rough. Let's see. I think we can get to level 16 without dying, as long as we don't get stopped by a Wobbuffet with a Mirror Coat. Trying to learn Ember, but it can't land more than 4 moves. You already have Flamethrower, dude. No, we will not. Yes, sir, sure. Level 8. We're halfway there. Level 9. Level 10. 6 levels to go, and that's why we saved this for the end, because it's very satisfying. Gonna hit Flamethrower here. Level 12. Alright. We got 4 levels to go. We're just going to spam Flamethrower because we were so close and we've got enough Flamethrowers to get to this. It's kind of the opposite of the way we've been playing all day. And I am going to be a child and point out the fact that we have 169 Pokemon and Charizard has 69 health. It's pretty funny. Yes, we're going to forget Growl and get you Metal Claw. Level 14, 2 levels to go. Let's go ahead and head towards the front. Maybe I'll run into a Pokemon before I get that ladder, please. There we go. Literally right before we hit the ladder. Perfect. Charmander is up to level 15. We're going to surf back to the front. We're not even going to dig our way out. We're going to make it to the front. We're going to bounce back because I just don't know what I just did there. We're going to get back here. This should get the job done. Or at least pretty dang close. Crit, and it's super effective. He is extra crispy. 530. Charmander, go to level 16. Charmander's evolving, and that's why we do the high levels to the low levels, because it's much more satisfying. Congratulations, your Charmander evolved in a Charmeleon! And we're at 170 for the living dex count, leaving us with 40 Pokemon to go. And I totally missed my space there. There we go. That leaves us with 40 Pokemon to go. Let's go ahead and get to the Pokemon Center. Let's check out what we've got, and then we're going to save and we'll get to Leaf Green. be there about 15, maybe 20 minutes, because we're just literally getting a starter, doing that first fight, and then getting the Pokemon Center, getting some Pokeballs, and then we're going to take a break, because I'm going to have to go off screen to trade my Pokemon, and then I'll start Leaf Green tomorrow with my full Poison playthrough team ready to go. But we might be on later tonight with some Rocket League or some Overwatch. So keep an eye on Twitter for that. But let's take a look at what we've got here. I totally accidentally closed down my music. There we go. Alright, let's take a look at Bill's PC. Move Pokemon. We've got Charmeleon here, which will take this wonderful spot. And we need to back up and go to move items. Before we forget, we need to take this away from him, put this in the bag, and go back to move Pokemon. So let's put Jinx up. I believe she goes here. 125, 124, perfect. So that's Jinx. There's Marowak. And there's Raichu. Alright, so we're at 170 out of 210 Pokemon. It's really exciting. 10 more of those are starters. We're about to get our Squirtle so we can evolve, and we can breed and evolve. So that will put us at 180, leaving 30 left. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 Pokemon that we need to catch in Leaf Green that aren't starters. So that puts us at, that'll be 20 plus the 10, so that's 30, which will put us at 200. So we're still left with 10 Pokemon, which are going to be right here. Wrong way. No, right here. 10 Pokemon. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then Mew, which we've actually got in the box. So that leaves us with one more Pokemon, which will be our Mega Mewtwo Y, which is going to be from the yellow playthrough. And actually what I think we're going to do is my Fire Red and Leaf Green Mewtwo's will be my Mega forms, and then my yellow version Mewtwo will be our Living Dex Mewtwo. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to save the game. I'm going to put the loading screen up for a minute. I'm going to switch games, and we'll start the game with on Leaf Green, get a Squirtle, get to the point where we get a Pokedex, save the game, and then we'll stop for the day. And then tomorrow I'll come back with everything ready to go. And I'm going to keep everything in FireRed because tomorrow we're going to evolve the Squirtle family, and then FireRed is done. So I will work on transferring everything up into Bank over the next couple days after that. And then Leaf Green, we're going to play with our Poison playthrough, catch those 20 Pokemon, and that's everything that we need for Fire Red, minus our Pokemon Yellow Mewtwo. So that's really exciting. That being said, let's go ahead and back out of the box here. We'll take a look at everything that we've captured tomorrow once we evolve the Squirtle family. So we're going to hit save, and we're going to overwrite the save. We're all cut up. We are at 170, and I'm going to switch the games out. I'm going to grab another drink real quick. I'm going to put you guys on the loading screen, and we'll be right back in just a couple minutes. I'm going to mute my mic, so bye. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. We have got leaf green in here. We've got all started up. Let's go ahead and hit start. This is a brand new save file, deleted everything, so it's going to go over controls, all that boring stuff, blah, 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 blah. So we're going to skip through that real quick. And blah, 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 blah. Hello there, glad to meet you. It's Professor Bane. He has returned. I am going to run through this pretty quickly. Just because literally all we're doing is catching a Pokemon to trade it to myself with. So, he's going to tell us about Pokemon. He's going to ask us about ourselves. Now tell me, are you a boy or a girl? I am a boy. What's your name? My name is Aedifex. Aedifex. But we will be breeding our full line of Squirtle. So it has the trainer ID from FireRed. I'm not going to be too obnoxious about the trainer ID numbers, but I would like them to be from the 2 games that I play, like FireRed, Leaf Green, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, from like the 2 mainline games. Kind of rambling, I'm sorry. Alright, so we got shrunk down. Our mom's gonna be sad. No, she's not. She doesn't care. We're on a Pokemon adventure here. I'm gonna run out into the grass. I can't run. Oh my god, we're so slow. We don't have running shoes. Okay, wait, don't go out. It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for protection. I know. Come with me. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Red? Let me think. Oh, that's right. I told you to come. Just wait. It's not red. That's blue. I was just lazy. I named you red because it was one of the auto options. Go ahead, choose. Gramps, no fair. What about me? Be patient. You can have one too. Now, Aedifex, inside those 3 Pokeballs are Pokemon. Which one will you choose for yourself? I want Squirtle. Squirtle is your choice. It's one worth raising. So, Aedifex, you've decided on the water Pokemon Squirtle? Yes. Yee. Dun, 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 dun. Do you want to give a nickname to the Squirtle? No, I'm good. I'll take this one then. I want type advantage. Alright, okay, thanks, bye. Wait, Aedifex, let's check out our Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on. Rival Red would like to battle. Excuse me, that's blue, actually. Oh, for Pete's sake, so pushy as always. Aedifex, you've never had a Pokemon battle before, have you? I have, actually. We've been doing this for about a month now. But, thanks. I really wish in the Pokemon games there was an option to turn off the tutorial, or like, have you played Pokemon before? Yes, and you get a different startup. Like, I'm complaining, and this isn't even that handholdy. Like, the newer games are like, alright, this is how you play the game. We're gonna heal you now. Hey, you don't need to go here, you need to go over here. And now it's just a tackle race. Which our little Squirtle's being a champ. He's hitting pretty hard. Good job. Good job, Squirtle. My Squirrel Turtle. Squirrel Turtle. That is hard to say. What? Unbelievable. I picked the wrong Pokemon. I mean, technically you picked the right one. You had the type advantage. It's just Squirtle was faster and a little bit stronger. In this instance, yes you did. Okay, I'll make my Pokemon battle to toughen up. Aedifex, Gramps, smell you later. It really bugs me that I named him Red. But like I said, we're just, we're here for the Squirtle and that's it. So now we run out into the wild. Look, I copied what it said on those trainer tip signs. Trainer tips. Press start to open the menu. Which, by the way, start is not X, because we're playing on a DS. If you are new here, I do that a lot and hit X to open the menu, and it gives me trainer tips. It's a Pidgey! It's so weird seeing level 4 stuff. Like, we've just been grinding in like level 50, level 60 stuff. Alright, so we need to get to the mart. We need to get to the Pokemart to get Professor Oak's parcel. Take that back to him so we can get a Pokedex and some Pokeballs. And then we're going to catch the first thing that we see and get to the Pokemon Center so we can trade. Alright, we have successfully made it through the grass. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. That was going to be much louder. Hey, you came from Pallet Town? I did. You know Professor Oak, right? His order came in. Can you get back to him? Receive Professor Oak's parcel from the mart clerk. The text speed is slow too. Forgot to fix that. That's okay. We're almost done in here. Boing. Around the grass we go. Boing, 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 boing. And then we have to go through here. Perfect. Oh, Aedifex, how's my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to be growing more attached to you, even though you really haven't done anything. You just walked to town and came back, but he likes you. Oh, it's a custom Pokeball. I had it on order, thanks. I almost forgot. What did you call me for? Alright, I have a request for you two. You were here earlier and I forgot about it, so I just conveniently called you back. Take these with you. Received a Pokedex. You can get detailed Pokemon just by seeing them. You must catch them to obtain complete data. So here are some tools for catching Pokemon. We got a Pokedex and we got Pokeballs. Just throw a Pokeball at it and try to catch it. So it won't always work. Health Pokemon can escape. To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. But now I'm too old. I can't get the job done. So I want you to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. This is quite undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright, Gramps, leave it to me. In fact, I hate to say it, but he won't be necessary for this. I know, I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lynch you on Aedifex. Ha ha ha! Don't bother coming around to my place after this. I really won't. I'm just gonna go straight into the grass and catch Pokemon. I'm on to bigger and better things, my friend. I don't need your stinking map. Alright, looks like we're gonna have a Rattata. This turtle, I guess that's technically correct, but this Squirtle is actually hitting pretty hard. Another tackle will kill it, so we're gonna go for a Pokeball. My bag is empty too, that's weird. One, two, three, Rattata. Bites anything when it attacks. Small and very quick. It is a common sight in many places. Give a nickname to the captured Rattata? Nope. I am now youngster Joey, and my only Pokemon will be a Rattata. Because I'm trading my Squirtle to myself. He's a Pidgey. Okay, bye. I would love for you to heal my Pokemon. Thank you for waiting. We hope to see you again. Now we go upstairs. Hello, my name is Telia. This must be your first time up here. I'll show you how the wireless communication system works. First, I need to show you this floor of our Pokemon Center. Right this way, please. On the top floor, there are 2 rooms. First, the room on the left. This is the Union Room. You may link up with trainers around you who've also entered the Union Room. With them, you may do things like chat, battle, and trade. Second, the room on the right is the Direct Corner. You may trade or battle Pokemon with your friends in this room. If the wireless adapter isn't connected, you may still link up using a GBA Game Link cable. Wow, we're going old school. If this is the cause, you must go to the Direct Corner. I hope you enjoy the wireless communication system. Alright, so we're going to go over here. And I can't do it right now because I only have one system. Cat Scratch Dog is now following. Thank you for the follow. So we're going to hit save. Because we're going to have to go and do this off screen. So, we have evolved everything that we've got in FireRed. We started Leaf Green and got our Squirtle to trade with ourselves. I'll have to go over to my friends and do that off screen, and we will come back tomorrow with our Leaf Green Poison team ready to go. We'll actually start in FireRed for the first 20-30 minutes to get the Squirtle family complete, and then FireRed will be fully done, and then I can work on transferring that over, and then the Leaf Green Poison playthrough will start tomorrow as well. So today was kind of a shorter stream because we're just kind of setting up, and I have to do a bunch of stuff off screen just because I've only got the one console. But you guys do get a bonus stream tomorrow as well, on top of an upload. There will be an upload Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday this week, and there will be streams Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. So 4 streams this week, 2 short ones, 2 regular timed ones, and we'll go from there. So with that being said, I do apologize. It is a little bit of a shorter stream, although technically we are on later than we normally are. Just the way it kind of worked out. So thanks everybody for hanging out today. There will be an upload tomorrow, and there will be a stream tomorrow. So keep an eye on Twitter for when we go live, since it is a out of the ordinary stream. And I will see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Actually, stand by and I have an outro of the video. This is a pre-recorded live series for YouTube, so give me 1 second to outro this before I get out of here. So, alright guys, so we made it through Leaf Green. Our short little session here. We got our Squirtle, we got our Pokedex, we got some Pokeballs, and we made it up to the Trade Center. So I'm going to trade with myself off screen, and then we'll get back into FireRed, but that won't be until next episode. So in that episode, can't speak today. So until that next time, I'm Aedifex, and I'll see you in the next video. So again, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Apologize for a shorter stream and for my inability to speak English, but you already knew that if you've been here before. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Y'all have a good rest of your day.